Tristan from Lions Den here, guys. We have a little dumbbell workout. This is specifically kind of put together for our runners and really trying to target our posterior chain. A lot of our distance runners in particular, myself included, tend to get really kind of anteriorly dominant. Hard to get our glutes to engage as effectively as we would like, and then also hard to get our hamstrings as strong as we would like them, especially when we're just doing a lot of running. Especially distance running tends to become super quad dominant, and so we're going to work on getting that posterior chain more active and strong. So first thing we're going to do is just kind of start with a little primer. So to get the glutes firing here, we're just going to lay down on our backs. Legs are going to be bent here. We're going to keep a little bit of trunk activation. Hands can go to the ground, or they can kind of go onto your belly here. We're going to press up through the entirety of our foot here. We're going to try to really push through our whole foot and then squeeze and engage those glutes at the top. We're going to hold for 10 seconds. So we're going to do a 6 by 10 second hold here, 10 seconds down in between. So you'll do one round, and we'll get 60 seconds of just isometric glute holding there to really just get the brain kind of talking to the glutes, get some blood flow into them. Then we're gonna stand up, and we're gonna focus on getting those hamstrings going. So here, we're gonna just kind of pull a little bit of scapular tension back here, so engaging up through the upper back. We're gonna grip the ground with our feet. Oh, by the way, we recommend to do this barefoot, so we can just get our feet and hips talking to each other a little more effectively. So we're gonna pull back our shoulder blades here a little bit, create a little tension through the thoracic spine. We're gonna press back into our hips, feel for some hamstring tension. You'll see my shins stay mostly vertical here. And then I'm just gonna come back up, 1, 2, 3, and I'm going to do 25 of these guys. So again, this is just getting my posterior chain active here, get some blood flow into those hamstrings, get my brain kind of talking to that tissue. As I come up, I'm going to squeeze my glutes. So that's going to be our warm-up section here. Then we're going to grab our dumbbell. We're going to go 5 rounds of this combination here. So we're going to start, again, back on the ground with we're going to go into more single leg focused work now. So we'll go into a single leg glute bridge here, loaded with the dumbbell. Here we're going to drive through we're going to prioritize more driving through the heel. You don't necessarily need to lift your foot off the ground. You can keep your foot down, but you're going to be driving more kind of purposefully through the heel itself, feeling for that glute activation, come back down and repeat. If you feel like this is too hard, just go without the dumbbell. Focus on that single leg load, really getting that glute to engage as you come up here. We're gonna go 10 reps each side there. Then we're gonna come up to a contralateral loaded single leg dumbbell deadlift here, or contralateral loaded deadlift here. So right leg's planted. I'm holding with my left hand here. I'm gonna hinge over. I'm gonna drive that left leg back here, keeping those back toes pointed down towards the ground. And then I'm gonna work on keeping this dumbbell tight to my center of mass, meaning I'm not letting this thing drift way out in front of me. I'm gonna try to keep it just tight to this right leg as I come down. This is really, again, going to load that glute, force that hip to do a lot of stabilizing here, and it's going to load that hamstring for me. I'm going to go 10 reps there, and then lastly, we're going to target some calf work here. So we're going to load up, and we can load up one side at a time here. Just 10 rep calf raises here, and we can get a little bit of anterior shin involved too, by lifting the forefoot up off the ground, but our priority here is the calves. So don't worry too much about that. 10 reps, we'll switch sides, 10 more reps. So we're gonna accumulate 50 reps of each movement here if you do 5 rounds. If that feels like it might be too much, just scale it down. Go for 3 rounds of those movements. Get that warm up in first, minimum 3 rounds. Work your way up to 5. Accumulate some of those reps. Get that posterior chain really active, really strong. I think it's gonna benefit just how you feel all around and benefit your running.